It's March 21st, and first of all, tomorrow I'm going to meeting Tahereh Mafi, and I'm scared, I'm excited. I don't know what to ask her, what to say to her, but I'm trying to map it out in my head, and I have a whole at least 4.5 hour drive to think about it. So I'm gonna do that. I just realized I'm talking a lot with my hands today. I don't know if I always do that or not. So I'm supposed to be packing, but I don't know what to wear tomorrow even. And yeah, also, I just realized I have a new Audible credit that I don't know what to do with. Do I get a new book, or what book do I even get? I get to meet Tahereh Mafi in 11 hours. 11 hours. I'm so happy and excited. I don't know what to do with myself. Also, this is a look. I'm finally in Minneapolis. And it is 3 o'clock, so I have 3.5 hours until it starts. But 2 hours until I'm gonna be there, so. I posted a picture and I was like, and then Brittany Cavallaro liked my picture, and I'm dying.
Thank you guys all for coming and for being so patient. Welcome to Wild Rumpus. We are so honored and excited to invite two amazing young adult authors. I mean, young adult amongst other things, but Tahereh Mafi, who is the author of her newest book, the final book in the Shatter Me series is Restore Me. Sorry, the fourth book. And Brittany Cavallaro. Is that nice news? Yes, whose most recent book is The Case of Jamie, part of the Charlotte Holmes series. So, can we have a big, warm welcome?
I mean, this whole thing actually has been kind of amazing because I walked in and there was a chicken in the store. The first bookstore I've ever been to with a chicken.
I know, it's amazing. And there are cats too, apparently, which I haven't seen yet, and maybe they're hiding from
And there
me.
are goldfish or not just goldfish, but there are fish in the bathroom.
Really?
In the mirror, it's
Like actual fish?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The mirror is an aquarium.
Half the audience is about to sneak off and go to the bathroom. My book series, the first book in the series was called The Study in Charlotte, and they follow the great-great-great-grandchildren of Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, who in this case are a Charlotte Holmes and her boy best friend, Jamie Watson, as they go to boarding school and kind of meet there under mysterious circumstances. Jamie is really excited to be friends with Charlotte. Charlotte is hashtag not here to make friends. And then as these things happen, the two of them are framed for murder. And so they have to work against
Happens to me and my friends all the time.
I know. So the two of them have to work to clear their names.
The writing will continue to reflect Juliet's state of mind, and her voice will always dictate how those words appear on the page. So she's going to continue to struggle, as we all do. She's going to have ups and downs. I feel like you can't just get strong and stay strong for the rest of your life. I feel like it's a constant effort. Every day you have to fight the good fight and learn to love yourself and trust yourself and keep striving. So she's definitely going to struggle. But she's going to keep coming back, getting back up again. So getting back into her voice was actually easier than I thought it would be. I actually spent some time in a deprivation chamber when I was doing some research for Juliet's character, and it's very weird. It messes with your head.
Oh wow.
To be totally have sensory deprivation like that, you just start freaking out. You think you're a normal person, and then you're like, maybe they really are coming for me.
I do my best thinking about my writing when I'm teaching, and then in the 30 minutes before I go to bed. I have this white noise machine that sounds like a dentist's drill. It just goes and I put it on before I go to sleep, and there's something about not silence, but the idea that I don't know, that there's something quietly making noise, and I can really sort through my thoughts. And I tend to send myself crazy emails right before I go to bed that just have all of the thoughts I had before bed in it, and sometimes I'll open it in the morning and it says avocado, Chicago, and I'm okay, I can work with that.
Past me was a genius.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the white noise of the rain, the thunderstorms is very helpful to me. Also, my books are just kind of dark. Just like, sometimes I need to work in the summer and there are like people having fun outside and I'm like, shut up!
Do you like close all your curtains? Wear a lot of black. The only thing that I'm weird about is that like both of my characters have very different taste in music than I do. Like my Jamie Watson really likes to listen to like 90s emo. And so, and I, maybe when I, for like a year when I was real little, like
Early
stuff,
90s or late 90s?
like Sunny Day Real Estate, like 93, 94, like weird stuff. I know, none of you listen to it, and don't because it's not good, but my character, and so like when I'm trying to get back into his head to revise a chapter, I'll put it on and my husband will come in and be like, revising, huh? Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna leave and shut the door. I lived in Scotland in my early 20s, and I was so taken in by all of the ways that my friends there spoke like I did, but also differently. And the difference between like accent and cadence too. I came back and I had that horrible study abroad sound to my voice where I didn't have the accent, but my sentences sounded like theirs kind of musically. So I would say things like, do you want to go back to my house? And my father was like, I'm going to launch you into space. Like, you need to stop that right now. I was like a big time Sherlockian, like before Benedict Cumberbatch, before it was like even remotely cool, I was going to like the January New York, like Sherlock Holmes meetups.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. I can't even tell you.
No,
I mean, bad
great.
good. I mean, amazing. Yeah, like walking around New York City in like a deerstalker hat, like seeing other people in deerstalker hats and being like, oh my gosh, hi.
So we did this to avoid spoilers.
Oh.
I was at an event once, and I will not name the author or the book, but this book had just come out. And she did a Q&A, and someone stood up and was like, why did you kill such and such person? And like, no one had read the book yet. And the whole room was suddenly like, my friend just like, you could see she was like about to pass out. I was like, never again.
Do you have a right now favorite author?
I think, no, not a right now favorite. A right now favorite author. Not really. But maybe Gabriel Garcia Marquez might be my favorite author.
You have some kindred spirits out there who are
I'm
happy.
happy enough to like, wow, like, that dude makes me want to quit. Like, walk away. Just walk into the ocean. He's just, wow.
Do you have a recommendation for a starting place for
100 Years of Solitude? Just start there. Just start there. I read that book as a young person because I was like supposed to at some point, and then I reread it as an adult, and it just blew my mind. Like I finished reading the book. I'm not kidding. I like finished it, and like the room spun around me, and I fell backwards like onto my bed, and I was just like, whoa. I just think he's amazing. There's also just like a special place in my heart for magical realism, and just or like Water for Chocolate, one of my favorite books ever. Who's your favorite author?
It's hard. It's really hard. I think, oh my gosh. I think probably David Mitchell. I loved Cloud Atlas. I just think it's amazing. I love work that kind of defies genre boundaries and does a bunch of stuff under one cover and really experiments. And that one still had a really terrific narrative too, like a story, and I'm a story addict. I always want that story that makes me want to keep reading.
Okay, Love, Marry, Kill, Kenji Adam Warner. You guys. Wow. Am I allowed to answer this question? I am currently married, for the record, to my husband.
That question.
But he's not here tonight. I love Warner. I would marry Kenji.
You're just gonna let that one dangle.
I would kill him. I love writing, but I'm horrible at writing. What can I do to be great? It's a question I ask all the time. I think we all do.
Do you have an answer? Because I don't have one yet.
I mean, no. I really, for me, I mean, I don't know if this is a bad answer because, again, you're the creative writing expert, but the best thing for me is, when trying to learn how to be a better writer, is to keep reading. I just read a lot. Read everything. Read widely. Don't just read in your own lane. You know, like, I read everything. Like, I read picture books, I read nonfiction, I read romance novels, I read like really depressing literary fiction, I read tons of young adult, but I read middle grade, everything, the classics, the new stuff, you know, autobiographies, like just all of it, all of it, all of it. Everything is interesting and you can learn from everything.
If you weren't a writer, what would you want to be?
I would be in fashion design. Like really, it was like either go into fashion design or become a writer.
Do you sew?
I used to make my own clothes.
Oh my gosh.
In high school, that was kind of what I used to do, because I couldn't afford fancy clothes. So I used to make them. I'd go to like thrift stores and stuff and buy things that were sort of like what I was seeing on the runway, and then I would like alter them, tear them apart, piece them back together. And yeah, so I have a great love for that sort of thing, but I also do work on the side as an art director sometimes, the creative director for like fashion shoots and stuff. Did you hide any secrets within your books that only a few people could find / pick
I
up?
love this. Did you?
Easter eggs. Oh, I definitely did. I always do.
Do you do it for you, or do you do it for readers, or is it both?
Both. Like, no one ever really picks up on these things. And like, my references are so abstract. I'm like, I wonder if anyone will realize, but...
What's one that nobody has written you about, or do you want to keep it secret?
I will keep it a secret, but I like randomly drop like Gilmore Girls references in my books all the time, like for no reason.
Because you're amazing. That's your reason.
No, yeah. I have an unhealthy obsession with Gilmore Girls.
I love that.
What about you?
I do it too. Like Sherlockians are like a very obsessive breed of human, and so anytime there's a number in any of the Charlotte books, it's significant. Like at one point in The Study in Charlotte, she chews a piece of food like 17 times, which is the number of stairs from the street up to 221B Baker Street. I was like, I mean, it's like weird stuff that I didn't need to do, and I didn't. But probably like the most fun I had were like I put a couple of Riverdale references in The Case for Jamie because I love Riverdale and I was watching a lot of it. Somebody tweeted at me today and was like, "I see your Riverdale reference in chapter 16," and I was like, "You and me."
Right?
Yeah.
You like want someone to notice.
I know.
There's a reference to like the most obscure reference to like a random line in a Gilmore Girls episode that I like put in Ignite Me that no one has ever found.
They're all gonna go back with microscopes and like Gilmore Girls playing for weeks in the background.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you forget how to sign your name after a while? Like, do you start analyzing your signature? Does it like devolve?
Kind of. Yeah. It just becomes like a. My arm just gives out. It's just motion of my elbow losing control.
I broke my wrist in November. I have this really ugly scar and I'm still like recovering, but I was supposed to like sign a bunch of books and book plates to like send off to people. And so I sat there and painstakingly taught my husband how to forge my signature. And that one night, he signed 5 book plates for me, and he was like, "Tell no one." And so now, of course, this is a story that I tell
You guys
to
can't
crowds
tell
of
anyone,
people who are
right?
filming. Yeah, you can't tell anyone.
It's
This
our
is a
little
secret
secret.
between the 100 of us.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's really cool. I need to teach Ransom how to sign my name.
Apparently it's all about the pressure points. Like the actual shape of it is one thing, but it's where you put your pen down and where you lift your pen up. I watched a YouTube tutorial on how to forge signatures, which I'm sure the government is now watching me.
This is a secret, guys.
It's
Remember.
a big secret, big secret.
Wow. Okay, well, we've learned a lot tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Yes, this was so much fun. Thank you.
Have you been holding those all this time?
You personalize, restore me, and ignite me? Yes. Yes. Ignite me or unite me? Ignite. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Bring that to my school. Yeah. And like, this is my birthday present. I'm serious. No, it was last Saturday, but it was like. Do you think maybe I like this too?
Of course. Oh, this is so cool.
You get a nice brother.
So are you reading anything now?
I'm reading. Well, I was reading The Case for Jamie, and then you liked my Instagram post, and I was like,
I love that.
and I'm reading The Diviners.
Oh, that's so good, isn't it?
Reading a lot of things. It's so great. It's so great. Enjoy it. Yes, for sure. All right. All right. 3, 2, 1.
So I'm back at the hotel. I'm still not okay. I got 11 things signed, which I feel kind of bad for because, like, that's a lot. But at the same time, like, I got to talk to them, and they were both really sweet. And Brittany Cavallaro, like I said earlier, liked my Instagram post. So that's that. Alright, so I got 11 things signed, so I thought I'd show you. I got my Shatter Me box from the box set signed, and I got all 3 first 3 in paperback that I have signed. So I got Ignite Me personalized. So it just says my name, you know, pretty sweet. Furthermore, these are kind of in a weird order, but that's okay. Furthermore, there's a page in my Wreck This journal everywhere to collect names, autographs, other people's dreams, and I had her sign that. I didn't ask Tahereh because she already had a lot of my stuff to sign. Study in Charlotte. All of the Charlotte Holmes books look like that. Stormy. Personalized. Unite Me signed. That's all I have for my meeting Tahereh and Brittany Cavallaro vlog. That was really amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I extremely enjoyed meeting them. It was, you're welcome. You know what I'd like to say? My brother Lance filmed this video, and I would definitely recommend checking out his channel. It's Phonics with 2 X's at the end. I will link it down below if you'd like to check it out. Bye!